Our Japanese cruise on Celebrity Millennium took us to the ports of Kobe and Osaka, which are right across the bay from each other, and are the ports used for excursions to Kyoto. The ship was in Kobe for the first day and then moved across to Osaka, where we stayed for a day and a half. During this time, we did 3 excursions, one with Celebrity Cruises, one with a local company arranged by Iglu Cruises, and the other was our own DIY port tour. But what did we think of each one? And would we have done it differently? First, we did the Kyoto, Fushimi, Inari, Taisha and Temples tour at a cost of £152 per person with Celebrity Cruises. The start of this tour took us to a hotel in the northwest of Kyoto for a traditional Japanese lunch. We had about an hour to eat the lunch and look around the hotel gift shop. Next to the hotel was a Japanese garden, which cost £1.50 to visit. Next, we went to Higashiyama Jisho-ji, which is an incredible Buddhist temple sat in perfect manicured gardens. An hour later, we went to Maruyama Park and spent an hour and a half wandering around the Gion District for a bit of Geisha spotting. There are many costume hire shops around Gion, so many people were dressed up in kimonos as they promenaded around. During our walk, we saw the Chionin Budhist Temple, the Yasaka Shrine, the Bishamontendo Temple, the Kenninji Temple, and the Hokan-Ji Temple, also known as the Yasaka Pagoda. We were told that the actual geishas only come out on an evening, so unfortunately we missed them. Finally, we arrived at the Fushimi Inari Taisha with over 10,000 torii gates covering a 5-kilometre pathway. It is recommended to spend 2 to 3 hours at this incredible attraction, but due to traffic and other delays, we were given 20 minutes to see the one thing we had taken the tour for. The whole excursion was badly organised, with time wasted going to a restaurant and shop on the opposite side of the city to all the attractions. This meant we spent around 2 extra unnecessary hours in traffic, time which should have been spent at the Fushimi Inari Taisha Shrine. We complained to Celebrity and were told that Fushimi Inari Taisha was not the main attraction, even though it is the name of the tour, and we were given just a 20% refund, so we cancelled all other excursions we had booked with them. The next morning, the ship had moved to Osaka, where we were met by our guide from Hankyu Travel for our second tour of Kyoto, including the Kenninji Temple, Arashiyama Bamboo Forest, and the Heian Jingu Shrine. This was included in our Iglu cruise booking, but it too cost around £150 each. We arrived at the Heian Jingu Shrine at around 11:20 after passing along the riverbank to see the cherry blossoms. Built to commemorate the 11,000th anniversary of Kyoto's reign as the capital of Japan, Heian Jingu Shrine's most recognisable feature is its towering red torii gate. With its vibrant colours and immaculate grounds, the shrine is an iconic symbol of Kyoto. We were given 50 minutes to wander around the shrine by ourselves. There was quite a commotion at the stepping stones when a lady fell into the pond, dragging her husband with her. I didn't laugh, honest. We then crossed the city, passing by the Kyoto Imperial Palace situated in the Kyoto National Garden, and onto the restaurant close to Tenryuji, where we had another Japanese banquet, which I found delicious, but it certainly wasn't to everybody's liking. After lunch, we were shown around the Tenryuji Temple and gardens before exiting into the Arashiyama bamboo forest, where we had 45 minutes to explore the forest and shops before returning to the coach for our journey back to the ship. The next morning, we left the ship at 8:30 and walked about 400 meters and took the metro to Osaka Castle, which looks amazing, but apparently it is just a concrete reconstruction of the original with a museum inside. However, the grounds are beautiful. Afterwards, we took the metro to the Dotonbori district and were blown away by the sheer spectacle of the area with its neon signs and its animated hoardings. It gives you a sensory overload. As we had missed out on our Kobe beef in Kobe, we went to a teppanyaki grill in Dotonbori called Wanamaya for a Kobe beef lunch. It was delicious, so succulent you almost didn't need to chew. Wasabi set your nasal passages alight and brought tears to your eyes. At only £25 per person, this was a very special dining experience, with everything carefully explained by our own private chef. If you're lucky enough to get the chance to eat Kobe beef in the local area, take it. My mouth is salivating at the thought of eating that beef. Afterwards, we took the metro back to the ship and got there by 2 p.m, ready to set sail at 3 p.m. So would we have done these ports differently? Most certainly yes, if we hadn't had a pre-booked tour. From Kobe, we would have taken the bullet train to Kyoto, staying overnight near the Yasaka Pagoda and using a 2-day sightseeing pass for the public transport to see all the same sights and more. Then, returning to the ship late on the second evening by bullet train, followed the next day by our DIY exploration of Osaka. Doing it this way would save 30% on the cost of the organised excursion, and you would see so much more at a slower pace, and that's including all meals and drink. If you need any more information, please ask in the comment, and if you have found the video useful, please like and subscribe to help support our channel. Safe travels!